Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Anyway, today we're gonna go ahead and do the flight training on the airliners. As, yeah, I've flown airliners before, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so this should be some pretty cool practice in the Airbus A320neo. We only have two things to do, a takeoff and a landing, but those are really the only two main things you need to know. Everything else just scales up. Like instruments, it's just on a bigger plane. They're all the same instruments. Like the instruments don't change from plane to plane. It's all the same, but just it's a lot bigger. So takeoff and landing is a lot different. But anyway, takeoff should be easy to learn. I personally think takeoff is easier than landing, but I have heard some people who say takeoff is harder than landing, which I technically don't agree with because I struggle so much with landings. Anyway, airliners may seem more complex than light aircraft, but proper preparation will help you take off with ease. This training session will teach you a few key concepts. Read takeoff speeds on the MCDU and flight computer. Identify different detents on the thrust levers. Monitor the PFD or primary flight display to identify the correct VR, which is, I think, vertical rotate speed, which is like when you pitch up, and refine pitch attitude using flight director during initial climb before engaging autopilot. So yeah, basically once you do the takeoff, then you kind of engage autopilot, and autopilot does the rest for you. Which is the one main reason which these are the only two things you need to know, because autopilot just does the rest. Well, mostly. There are some instances where autopilot may not be the best thing to be doing, like if you're in a thunderstorm, you may want to manually control that, but when are you going to be flying through a thunderstorm in a big airliner? Very rarely. Anyway. So we have idle thrust, 2CL, managed thrust along the flight, FLX, reduced thrust takeoff, and TOGA, max thrust takeoff or go around. Okay. So yeah, it shouldn't be too much different, like the basics should be the same, but I feel like it's going to be a lot, just like the speed. Probably going to need a lot more speed than a light aircraft. That's just what I assume, but we'll see. Okay, what do we got?
Perfect weather for a flight out of Nice, Côte d'Azur, don't you think?
Hey.
Runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff. Taking off in an A320 obviously requires more speed and a longer runway than a single-engine prop plane.
That's what I assumed.
But luckily, we have some extra tools at our disposal to make the job a little easier once we're airborne. For starters, the autothrust manages engine power to maintain a target airspeed. Autopilot will keep us on track with navigation, and the fly-by-wire system lets us maintain a consistent attitude without needing to make constant adjustments. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls.
Okay. Thank you, lady, I guess. I don't know your name, but yeah, she helped us, basically learn to fly. She was our flight instructor on the small aircraft, and now she's helping us do the big ones. Nice. Thank you very much. Anyway, Control 5 to check the MCDU.
The rotation speed, VR, is 131 knots. I'll call out when we reach it.
Okay, there we go. So this basically tells us how to do things. Okay, so VR. Okay, so this is just telling us some numbers. Okay, Control 1, check the PFD. I already forgot what these abbreviations stand for. I'll put them on the screen though in editing.
Then, once we hit VR, you just need to begin a gentle rotation by pulling back on the side stick. Don't exceed 10 degrees until you've lifted off.
Okay, so there's our PFD, so that's kind of right here, this is our level indicator, basically telling us if we're rolling, if we're level, so we basically want to bring it up to 10 degrees right here. Here's our speed, here's our elevation, and here's our heading. So, very basic stuff right there. If you know anything about airplanes, you'll know what this stuff is, but yeah. And also, I think our heading is shown down here as well. We're taking off from runway 22, left or right, I'm not sure. But runway 2.5, 2.3, basically just heading straight out that way. We can go check the thrust levers now.
You need to be aware of 3 different detents. CL, the thrust setting we will be in for most of the flight. Toga, to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to preserve our engine life and save fuel.
Okay. So we have, it seems like, idle, which is what we're in right now, and then kind of like just a cruising speed. She said reduced power takeoff speed and a full power takeoff speed, which we only need to do the reduced power because we're at a pretty big airport, I assume. I think we'd only probably need to do that if we were taking off from some like dirt runway, which I don't know how often that happens, or if we're going around, which we might have to go around for the landing.
As you can see on the engine warning and system display, I applied the parking brakes earlier. Whenever you're ready to take off, go ahead and remove them.
Okay, parking brakes. Press Control Num-Del to release the parking brakes. Hold on, can we go back to our seat, please? 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, 9. Yeah, there we go. 9. 9's good. Okay, 9 is back to our seat. Okay, so there's the parking brake. Okay. I think we're ready. Go ahead and release that.
We're ready to go. Apply half forward side stick. Then move both thrust levers gently forward to 50% and 1.
Okay, move thrust levers 50% forward and 1. Okay.
Then move them to the flex detent.
Okay. So then put them up. Okay, let's maybe look at... Gosh, I don't know how to control this. Control 6? Okay, there we go. So a bit more power, as you can see. We need to go to the FLX.
Okay,
so right there.
Now the auto thrust is armed. Use the rudder to keep us on the center line.
Oh, shoot. I need to see. Sorry, it's so hard. I don't... My brakes. Okay, there. Can I do that? There we go. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to let go of the brakes. We should start rolling forward. Okay. Yeah, I really need to adjust my controls as I have to, like, reach across. The brakes is just not very elegant. I need a more elegant brake solution. So it's 131, I believe, is our takeoff, or 137?
Rotate.
Rotate. Okay, rotate. Okay, there we go. We're taking off, right? And fly-by-wire means I don't have to touch anything. Right? Okay, lift up to 10 degrees.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Engage autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
Autopilot can either be engaged 5 seconds or 100 feet after takeoff to manage heading and altitude. The
Nice.
FMA is showing lever climb, which means we've reached thrust reduction altitude. Adjust the thrust levers to climb detent.
Okay.
Now we're in the climb detent. Auto thrust is active and will manage airspeed by adjusting the power. At S speed, retract flaps to 0. Disarm ground spoilers.
Okay. Speed brakes. Okay, speed brakes.
I have the controls.
Okay, disarmed.
Nice work. That was a smooth takeoff.
Nice. Okay, we did it. We did it. We took off. Sorry I wasn't talking too much as she was talking. I didn't want to interrupt her. But anyway, yep, we checked the panels. Auto thrust worked. Yep. That was good. Yeah, my brake system is a little messed up. I'm going to go ahead and go into the settings real quick. Maybe I can map it to this. This would be nice, as I could do this. Though really, I don't... Having to press Control 9, though, that's like... with one hand. Like, I have to have a hand on the brake, and then Control 9. So, I don't know. That was all good, just the controls were really difficult. I'm going to go back to the training menu, and I'm just going to change the controls real quick for landing. So, actually, we probably won't need brakes on landing until at the end. Which I want to change them, though, as it just feels kind of weird the way I have it set up right now. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got everything sorted out now. Hopefully, it will be fine for the landing. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm using my Farm Sim steering wheel setup, and I've been using it for this entire game. Well, ever since, like, episode 9 or whatever, I've been using it, and it's great in flight, but when trying to, like, I realized when trying to do, like, that takeoff and landing where we were looking at all those instruments, like, it was just really hard for some reason. But I should be fixed now. I think I added enough controls. But yeah, no, this setup works great in flight. It's kind of finicky when we're trying to look at all the screens and basically do checklisty things. It's not really set up for that, but now it should be. Okay, here we are, coming in for landing. Okay.
We're on course for a visual landing approach into Nice Côte d'Azur.
Okay.
Auto thrust is going to handle power management, so our main objective is to control the pitch to stay on the glide slope.
Okay, landing gear's already down.
The beauty of fly-by-wire means you only need to use the stick when you want to make attitude adjustments. Anytime you return the stick to the center point, the aircraft will keep to the current attitude.
That's pretty nice.
Right, as long as the auto thrust is on, the speed will be automatically managed. Throttle should stay on the climb detent.
Okay, so since we would
Just focus on the trajectory to begin. Remember, fly-by-wire doesn't need a lot of corrective input. Just keep making small adjustments to pitch and roll as necessary.
Okay, thank you.
See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway. Look to the right of the runway at the 4 colored lights called PAPI. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down.
Let's go ahead and descend a little bit.
We're too far out to read the colors yet, but when we're closer, the 4 lights will tell us how we're doing.
Okay, thank you.
If
Well,
the
the
PAPI
lights.
shows 2 white lights and 2 reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights means we're too high. 4 red means we're too low.
2,500.
At 20 feet, pull back on the stick to kiss the runway, but be careful to avoid a tail strike.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, it seems like throttle won't be a problem at all. All we gotta do is maintain the what do you call it, the side stick, and it's pretty easy. It seems like a lot simpler. It seems like a lot of safety measures in place. Looks like we're a little off to the side, but I'm assuming we're fine as we are kind of sitting off to the side of the airplane. It probably just feels that way because it's a big airplane. Okay, seems like we're doing good. Okay, poppy lights are reading 2 red, 2 white. Okay, that is great. That is awesome. That means we're good to go here. Okay. So, I guess there's not really much else to talk about. We can kind of see it right here on the map. That here is our runway. Once we see one of those lights turn red, I guess we'll know. Okay, red, so we need to go a little lower. I think is what that means. Red, I think that means we need to go a little lower. Does that mean we need to pull up then? Does red mean we need to pull up? I think maybe red means we need to pull up. I don't know. You didn't tell me what red means and what white means. You just said that they're both good. Having both of them is good. Also, do we need to make a little rotation adjustment?
500.
Yeah, I think we need to slide on over to our runway. I don't think we're quite lined up. Which as we thought we were. Okay, pull up. Pull up. Okay, can I get a little higher up in the seat, please? Okay. Thank you, that seems a little better.
300.
Yeah, pull up a little bit. Okay. And then bank over.
We're getting close to the threshold. Now
Okay.
shift your focus down to the end of the runway.
Okay.
Listen for the computer calling out retard, then set thrust to idle.
Okay. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, we're a little over. We're not quite over the runway.
100.
This is not the runway. Oh, wrong. Oh boy. Yeah, we're just kind of going alongside the runway. We're not actually on the runway. So maybe I didn't need to slide over. That's a tower. Oh, we're fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a go-around. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Okay. Climb to 10 degrees. Okay. I don't know if it's going to want to restart us or what, but I did not feel comfortable landing that, so... Yeah, I think it's probably best if I just restart, to be honest, because I don't know if they're gonna... There's nothing saying, like, oh, yeah, you're doing a go-around, that's fine, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna restart. Okay, so I think red is... We're too... I don't know if I actually don't know if red meant we were too high or too low. It seemed like we were too high, and then I came down, we were too low. I don't know. And then we were over the side. I'm not going to adjust, actually. I'm going to keep it the way we are. I'm going to go ahead and skip all this so you guys can just get back to where we were. Okay.
300. 200.
Okay. Coming in, we're going to flare.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Time to flare.
Yep. Touchdown.
5.
Okay, good.
Now return the side stick to neutral. Spoilers and auto brakes are activated.
Nice, okay. Auto brakes. Cool. That means I don't have to hit brakes, because auto brakes. Nice. Man, I like these big airplanes. So many automations. Okay, let's go ahead and get off on this green. Taxiway right here. There we go. Did it. Only took my second attempt.
Right on the center line, but pretty rough on the landing.
Okay. Yep. Obviously, we need a bit more practice to be a bit smoother, but there we go. I now understand it basically. And why are people texting me? Okay, I don't know why people are like texting me while I'm trying to record a video. I think that's just the game. Is that the game? It's like making like a ding, like a confirmative ding. I don't know. Thought it was somebody texting me. Anyway, there we go. We did it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it there because yep, we did it. We did both the takeoff and the landing. I like how they added these. These are very nice because yeah, these planes can be a little intimidating to newcomers. So I'm glad they added these. Probably would have eventually figured it out, but this is definitely very nice. And I do... Who knows? I might end up flying some bigger airplanes in some future videos. We might do a flight in a big airplane versus the little ones that I've been flying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe for new videos. Have a great day, rest of your day. And yeah, next time on Microsoft Flight Simulator, we'll see just what we can do. Okay, bye.